back to DeGrom. He's going to go to second for one, to first, double play.
Rizzo launches one way out of here. Rizzo gets on the top. He makes a catch.
Unbelievable base running by Eric Hosmer has tied it.
Swing on it. He got him. Down into center field until they will win this ball game. And he's got it again. Get out of here.
We've got baseball for you this afternoon from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Cleveland Indians.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. Steve, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, the wind is blowing in today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives. Focus on hitting the ball on a line and on the ground to score your runs today.
Corey Kluber gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he just did not have a real good season last year. He had 16 losses. Not all of those are his fault or real indicative of the way he pitched, but he'd sure like to throw a lot better than he did.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Xander Bogaerts makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Boston, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball one.
First pitch, 4-10.
And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon. 2-0 now. Our temperature here this afternoon creeping up to the 60-degree mark here at first pitch. Kluber gets the sign. 2-0 on its way. Hard hit ball to second. Kipnis has it. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Batting second, designated hitter, Hanley Ramirez.
Stepping in, Hanley Ramirez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Grounded to the right. Kipnis is there. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Perfect start so far here in the first inning. He's keeping the ball down, and he's gotten 2 quick ground ball outs. Nothing to it. This game's easy.
David Ortiz gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. Oh, and a beautiful diving catch there will end the inning as the side is retired. Who says first base is where they hide the guys that can't play the field? We're back to Progressive Field after this. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, I think you really have to limit the strikeouts in this game. Don't have any wasted plate appearances, and we know that's easier said than done. But you also have to have your 3, 4, 5 hitters step up in this one somehow.
David Price is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, last year he was really solid. Close to 20 wins. This year, I expect a lot of the same.
And with that, take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Yeah, Matty, Dustin Pedroia, for me, one of the best second basemen in all of baseball. Real grinder. Won multiple Gold Glove awards. One of the best hitting second basemen as well. He's a perennial all-star. Just one of the best all-around players in the game.
Rajay Davis comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball here. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, you're always gunning for a strikeout when he's at the plate because his legs make him so dangerous, even when he hits just a slow grounder. So nice job of keeping him off base right there.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
0-1 count, and the pitch. Lifted in the air out to right. Castillo is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, left fielder, Michael Brantley.
Michael Brantley gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Squared that one up just a little late. chop foul over towards the coaching box. 2 out, nobody on. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And another foul ball. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. After 1, no score. Mookie Betts makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Kluber's ready. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Tap fouled at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
That's a real good at-bat there. He fell behind 1-2 right out of the gate, but instead of going out of the zone to protect, he was able to lay off 3 straight and get his guys a leadoff base runner.
Pablo Sandoval gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially if for a guy in this part of the lineup.
The 1-0 delivery. Runners going. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Boy, that's a good jump right there this time. I think he had this one stolen even if the throw is on target. But you see, the shortstop have to go up the ladder to get it, and that took away any chance of throwing him out.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. Throws there, and he is out on a beautiful throw as he just came up firing that time.
Oh, I think the decision to send him boils down to one thing. You're facing a guy that's very likely not going to give you a whole lot to work with. You've got to take your chances when they come around because there probably won't be too many of them. This time, didn't pan out.
Runners off for second. Sent on the ground out to second. And nobody home. A perfect hit and run knock. And they won't even attempt to run on that arm in right. So despite the runner moving on the pitch, it'll wind up first and second here.
I'm not really sure if he didn't get a good break at first or he stumbled or what, but this looked like an absolutely perfect hit and run. Instead, he's going to hold on at second base. So we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Now the double steal is on here. That evens it up 1-1. One pitch is a sinker taken for his strike.
About it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. One and two. Here it comes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Little dribbler up the first baseline. He'll go to the bag for one, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
You know, that's one that you just don't see that often. Safe at second base, but out at first. Just shows you the speed he has at first base that he was able to beat the throw into second.
Standing in now, Rusney Castillo, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Bird is there. And that retires the side. Boston strands a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Marlon Byrd strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Marlon Byrd.
Into the windup and the pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. High in the air and deep to left center field. Ranging back is Bradley, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he is into the hit column here in this new year. His first hit is a double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball, and he's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Jason Kipnis will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He records his first double of the year here on opening day. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Swihart scoops it up. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Well, they really bunched him up on that two-seam fastball right there. That's not a very confident swing either, and the result, just an easy ground ball.
Coming to the plate now, Yan Gomes. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
The 0-1. Oh, a lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Boy, no fear in that location. He just ramped up and threw it right by him.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Right side, hit hard. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Well, if these guys are going to do anything this season, he's going to need to be a big part of that offense. And he comes through big time right here with a base hit in his very first at-bat.
Here's the third baseman, Juan Uribe, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
A 1 pitch on its way. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. Now this is popped meekly in the air. Playable on the infield. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Just a little parachute shot out there into right field, but, you know, it's going to work for him as you see it get down out there, and that's going to drive in a run.
Into the box, Mike Napoli, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Out in front of it, strike one. The 0-1 on its way. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2 and 2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Well, when you have a guy 2 and 2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
He's set. Here's the 3 and 2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, you talk about a big time to come up with a strikeout. Now, you still got one more guy to get through here in the inning, but now with 2 outs, you can take a step back, take a deep breath, and know that those runners have to stay put at first and second.
Carlos Santana gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Looking to minimize the damage here. Gets a small piece near the plate. Throw on to Ortiz, and that'll retire the side. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We've played 2 full. The Indians on top, 1-0. Back from Progressive Field as we're set for the beginning of the 3rd inning here on the show. Blake Swihart steps in here to start out their half of the 3rd. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
This is pulled into right. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Just an outstanding play out there by the outfielder, and the guy who appreciates it more than anybody is the pitcher, because if that drops in, you're looking at some trouble.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Kluber steps into his windup. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Well, you know he wanted that pitch out there on the mound. I think it was probably a strike, but it doesn't really matter now. You have to let that pitch go, just forget about it, and concentrate on the next one.
Hanley Ramirez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Here it comes on 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike, 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Sliding stop by Kipnis. It's there. He got him.
Woo, no problem. Boy, it's so nice to have a second baseman that can cover some ground. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle. But look at him make the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position. And he's able to get enough on that throw to get the out at first.
Into the box now, David Ortiz. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Great stop by Napoli. Got him.
Picked him up. Nice play.
Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. Back with more on opening day after this. Rajay Davis digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he's able to hang on for the first out.
Well, you could see his mindset at the plate. He's thinking, I got to get out in front here, try to pull something. Didn't really get a good pitch to do that, though. So he's going to have to go grab a seat.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. In the air now, out to right field. Moving under it, Castillo. 2 gone.
Left fielder number 23, Michael Brantley.
Into the box now, Michael Brantley. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
First pitch on its way. Ground ball left side. Oh, in trouble for Sandoval. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
Boy, and with 2 away, the pitcher's probably 3/4 of the way back into the dugout, but then, not so fast. He's going to have to come back and do some more work now.
Marlon Byrd standing in as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Oh, and he throws it away. And how about the recovery here as they get him at second base, so forget about the miscue there as the inning is over. So no runs or hits here as the error turns out to be unimportant. 3 innings complete. It's the Indians 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Mookie Betts is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Kluber sets his sights. First pitch on its way. Into the seats, 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The batter number 48, third baseman,
Pablo Sandoval is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. Hot shot down the line. A dive, but it's off his glove. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out.
Well, that's the beauty of being a third baseman. You've got time if you can knock the ball down, and he doesn't panic. He knows he's still got time, and he gets up and throws a seed over to first. That's a really nice play.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as Kluber's able to get ahead of him here with strike 1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Scorched to third. Oh, look at Uribe. He's up with it. The throw. Now a low throw, but he can't knock it down at first as it gets right by him.
And it goes without saying, but how well this team plays defensively is going to say a lot about how they fare this year. They made it a big priority in spring training, so you hate to see them start making errors here on opening day.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway.
Now he's got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And Bradley swings and misses at that offering, and he's deep in the hole, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and the Red Sox move in front. It's 2-1.
When you have a hitter down in the count like that, you got to bury him or at least get him to chase something out of the zone. That pitch is way too hittable, and he pays for it. Just an enormous mistake, and now he's so upset with himself.
Now batting.
Into the box, Rusney Castillo.
Rusney Castillo.
As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike one.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's a 2-1 Boston advantage. Marlon Byrd will step in to lead it off for Cleveland. He'll be followed in the order by Jason Kipnis.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And that's in there for strike 1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Here comes the 0-1.
For all of these guys, they just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Here's a high pop-up. Swihart has a play. He's got it 1 away.
I don't know, 2-pitch here, he knows he's got to protect, and that's sort of a defensive hacker, just trying to make contact, and the result, an easy pop-up.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle, it's 0-1. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. Nothing in 2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Another tough pitch and a tough call there. He couldn't get him to bite again, so he's worked it from 0-2 to 3-2.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Yan Gomes will dig in. He singled his first time around. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard down the line. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
And this guy's had his way with him so far. So maybe this is the way to change things up. Maybe go into attack mode up there. Kind of get the sense that they've been a little too passive. So this is a nice first pitch single.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and standing in now, Juan Uribe. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Count. Here it is. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Finally, a little bit of life. Man, these guys have been swinging the bats like they're underwater or something. But a single and a double back-to-back put runners on second and third now, and maybe this will wake up this offense a little bit.
So striding in, Mike Napoli, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Not close. It's 2-0.
And one of the things he's been real effective at so far is coming right after guys. Well, but now he's looking like he doesn't really want to challenge here.
The 2-0 pitch. Hit to short. Gloved by Bogarts. On to first, and the Triber held in check as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. They still trail it here 2-1. Blake Swihart heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Catcher, Blake Swihart.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Taken in by Kipnis. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Well, that's a nice job right there to readjust to that curveball. I don't know if he was sitting on it or what, but he certainly hit it hard. Unfortunately for him, right at someone.
One gone in the inning now. Here's Xander Bogaerts. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Hit hard to short. Lindor comes up with it. Throw on to Napoli takes care of him. 2 away now.
2 more ground outs, and that's the product of throwing that sinker. Just about every time you swing at it, you're either going to hit the top of it or miss it altogether. And if you do hit it, you're going to be killing all the worms out there in front of home plate.
Hanley Ramirez will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Napoli will look up and put it away, and the inning is over. We'll see Carlos Santana when we come back. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Indians 1. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Carlos Santana will settle in to lead things off here for Cleveland. Price sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike one.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Hit on the ground to short. Bogaerts has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Rajay Davis will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game. And you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike one. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the 2nd out.
Well, they've been a little unlucky so far because they're putting the ball in play. And they've hit a few of those balls really hard, but they're just not falling for him right now.
Francisco Lindor will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. And that last pitch from Price was number 73 in the ball game. And he misses again, 2-0. On his way to pitch number 75. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Throw on to Ortiz, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Tribe. They're down 2-1. David Ortiz makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Bounce to the right into the loaded-up infield. Lindor has it. Throw on to first takes care of Ortiz as the shift works to perfection that time. 1 away.
And that's a big break for him right there. When you've already thrown 5 tough innings and you're looking at having to go right through the heart of the lineup, to get a first pitch out to start off the inning is certainly welcome.
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
This is dangerous because out of anybody in this lineup, this guy's probably the most likely to want to run, so look out.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and standing in now the versatile Pablo Sandoval. Before the first pitch, a check at first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Pitch out, nothing doing. Kluber pauses. 1-0 on its way. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Low-scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back.
Simple throw over there.
3-1 now.
And you know he doesn't want to follow up that hit by pitch with a walk to the next guy. So if I'm hitting, I'm sitting dead red fastball on 3-1.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And the count will be full. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. That'll miss to Sandoval, who displays some rare patience that time. It's ball 4.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Zach McAllister will come on and try to get out of this mess here, as there are 2 on with only 1 away.
Zach McAllister.
Dustin Pedroia will be his first assignment here, as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and he lays off there 1-0. Now both runners on the move. And he'll just hang on as both runners move into scoring position now. And he scores on a daring steal of home. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Here comes the Panda. And the run is in to score from second, and it's a 4-1 game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, the stolen base pays off right here with a run. Now, maybe he scores from first on this ball anyway. I'm not sure. But he doesn't really have to worry about it, and he doesn't have to worry about a play at the plate either. He'll walk home on the RBI double.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in again as we flash you back here to the fourth inning. This was a two-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Well, you see there on the graphic, he records his first double of the year here on opening day. Here comes the 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
4 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Set to deal on 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will wind up being a foul ball. 1 out and a runner on second base. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Rusney Castillo waits on deck. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Bullet back up the middle. Davis is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Almost any center fielder will tell you that this is the toughest play for them to make. The ball that's lined straight at him. It's hard to get a good read on whether you should go back, charge, or just hold your ground. But he's able to make this play without too much trouble.
Stepping in now, Rusney Castillo, as he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. Ready with the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Indians 1. Michael Brantley will stand in to get things going for the Indians in their half of the 6th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. And this is low, ball 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Hit well on the ground to first. And Ortiz will just lumber over to the bag and take it himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 6, Marlon Byrd.
Marlon Byrd steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First offering on its way. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. It's him 2 down.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's up to 82 now, so he's been able to keep that count fairly low and not run up too many high-stress innings.
Jason Kipnis will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. Bounced weakly near the plate, but it gets foul. 2 out, nobody on. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. There is Pedroia. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. Boston's out in front, 4-1. Back here in Cleveland, Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Dan Otero is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 61, Dan Otero.
Blake Swihart will lead things off here for Boston. Xander Bogaerts due to hit next.
Blake Swihart.
ground ball sent back up the middle. Lindor from shallow center. And the spin throw gets him at first. A fine play there for the first out.
Well, that's pretty nice. You come into a ball game, you throw one slider, and you get yourself an out. Now, that'll help you settle right into the game.
Digging in, Xander Bogaerts. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
And it's quickly 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Oh, not fooled one bit by the changeup as he smokes this one to deep left field. That one will not be coming back. A home run. It's a solo shot for Hanley Ramirez as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, he had gotten the first two guys in this inning somewhat easily, and you figured he's on his way to just strolling through this seventh inning, but whoa, not so fast. He falls right back down to earth by serving this one up right here.
The batter, first baseman.
In now, David Ortiz. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. The tail of the tape on that last home run, 410 feet. Bases are empty here with two men out. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Red Sox tack on one more thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's now 5-1 Boston. Leading off the inning, Yan Gomes. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Price is ready. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, he seems to be pitching him a little cautiously here. Maybe because he's 2 for 2 against him so far, but I think this is a guy you still need to come right after.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Gets the call on the changeup there. 2-1.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter is going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
To short. Bogaerts has it. A quick out, number 1.
Third baseman, number 4. Juan Uribe.
So one away in the inning now for Juan Uribe. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. It's a solo shot for Juan Uribe, and it's now a 5-2 game.
This is the same guy that drove in their only run earlier in the game, so he's had a pretty good afternoon at the plate. Here he gets a pitch that's right in his wheelhouse, and he knows what to do with it when you leave a pitch there.
Here's Mike Napoli now.
First baseman, Mike.
And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Oh, and that ball's absolutely crushed down the line. Forget about it. That's going to stay fair and make it back-to-back home run. A solo home run for Mike Napoli, and it's a 5-3 game now.
You expect to maybe run into trouble when you're going after the 3, 4, 5 guys, but you don't expect to serve up back-to-back home runs to the bottom of the order. And this is a deep lineup, 1 through 9. They can strike from anywhere.
Now batting.
Here's Carlos Santana now.
Carlos.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. You'd have to think a walk here would hasten his exit from the ball game.
Yeah, he can't let that happen. In a close game like this, you've got to make him put it in play.
Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the 2nd out.
Well, you know he's going to be happy to finally come away with that strikeout, but he's so deep into the start right now, and you hate to burn through that many pitches on one hitter as he did right there. Those at-bats, they seem to take a little bit more energy out of you later in the game than maybe back in the 1st or 2nd inning.
Here's Rajai Davis now. as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And from his perspective on the mound, I think that's exactly where he wanted to throw that pitch. You can see it's tailing down and out of the strike zone, but he just sticks his bat out there and winds up taking it the other way.
Francisco Lindor stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Two out with the man at first. And there goes.
You know, when the pitcher slides steps, he's going to get the ball to the catcher even quicker, and the guy still stole that base. That was great.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Red Sox lead it 5-3. Jeff Manship is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Jeff Manship.
Leading off the inning, Mookie Betts, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. That tails back over, strike 1. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. Visiting Red Sox on top in the 8th inning as you get a look at the line score to this point. Now to the plate, Pablo Sandoval. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Taken high and deep to right. Bird going back. Still ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here for Pablo Sandoval. And it's now 6-3.
Oh, and insurance runs come at a premium at this late stage of the ball game. And like you said, Matty, that makes this a 3-run game now. And they still need to get 6 outs, but at least now you've got a little bit of breathing room.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. One out, nobody on. Hit back up the middle. Backhanded.
Yeah. Give him 3 hits now for the ball game. This one's probably the weakest of the bunch, but I doubt he'll be complaining. I know I wouldn't be.
Tommy Hunter will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning. Jackie Bradley Jr. steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 0-2. Here it comes. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the 2nd out. And there's something he just may well remember for quite a while. His first big league punch out. I'm sure he's hoping it'll be the first of many, many more.
And you hear a lot of pitching coaches talking about pitchers letting their defense do the work. But the truth is, if you want to stick around in the big leagues, you're going to have to take matters into your own hands every once in a while, too. In this day and age, you have to be able to strike guys out if you want to be successful.
Standing in now, Rusney Castillo, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1.
And it's worth pointing out that they're burning through that bullpen here in game 1 of this series. That could have an effect on the rest of this week.
A runner on first with 2 away. Good cut fastball in there, 1-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
One and one, here it is. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Again, he sends it out of play. Two out with the man at first. Grounded to third. Rebay's got it. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. The Red Sox do pick up a run on the solo shot. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Boston leads it 6-3. Koji Uehara is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Koji Uehara.
Michael Brantley will stand in, and he's been quiet today, but you just wonder if that's going to last the entire 9 innings.
Normally it does. But give these guys credit. They've had a plan of attack. They've stuck to it, and they've gotten good results.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. That's by him for strike one. Hit sharply toward the right side, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
They've let these guys keep hanging around, not able to put them away. And I tell you, this game, it's far from over. They're not going to go quietly.
Marlon Byrd will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Nobody out, runner on first. And here's a ball hit in the air. Ortiz battles the sun a bit, but has it for out number one.
Oh, man, would he like to have that swing back. I mean, he just missed hammering this ball, but just got underneath it a little bit. He's not going to be happy about that one because even he thought he was right on it.
So a runner at first now with one away, and standing in now the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And that's waved at and missed for strike one. Uehara pauses. Here's the 0-1.
Nope.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Everything away here, and with pretty good reason.
Yeah, they'll say, left field, it's all yours. You want to beat us that way? Go ahead and do it.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he missed with it here, so now it's a full count, 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Runners on first with one down. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
A runner on first with two away. In for a strike. It's 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. One left for the Tribe. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Kicking off the top of the ninth, Blake Swihart, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Popped high in the air. Napoli calls for it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Yeah, very tough to get on top of a fastball at 96. Even if you miss it by an inch or two, this is what the result will be. An easy pop-up.
Xander Bogaerts stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here it comes. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Good power curveball there, and he's in control. 0-2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And a swing and a miss here, and the first 2 are dispatched to begin the 9th.
Well, there's the true definition of a power arm out of the bullpen. He just reared back and said, go ahead, try to hit it. And he blew that 4-seamer right by the guy.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in to try it again, already with 1 home run in the ball game, and on cue, there it was back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. Now here's the pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Right side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Nothing in the Boston 9th. Last chance coming up for the Indians. They've got some work to do, down 6-3. Craig Kimbrell is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 46, Craig Kimbrell.
So standing in, Juan Uribe, and we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle.
That's the toughest one to get in a cycle, but you can bet that he's going to try to stretch any double into a triple if he gets any chance at all.
Bottom 3 in the batting order here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Bradley on the run. One down.
That's a disappointing final at bat there. You figure he probably won't get another shot at finishing off the cycle, but still a very good performance to say the least.
Mike Napoli will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Kimbrel pauses. Here comes the pitch. And that's dead center for strike one.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
One out, nobody on. There's the knuckle curve laid off, 1-1. Hit hard towards center, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Oh, and he botches it.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
Carlos Santana stands in, trying to change his evil ways here. Hitless in the ball game so far.
Oh, I see what you did there, Matty. That's nice. No way you just came up with that on your own.
He's set. Here it comes. In there, strike one. The win would belong to David Price if the lead holds up. The 0-1 pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. Barehanded for one. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
And hey, how about two for the price of one to finish things off here? He gets the double play grounder here to dig himself out of trouble and picks up the save.
And the Red Sox were led offensively this afternoon by this man, Pablo Sandoval. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Red Sox win it 6-3. So long from Cleveland.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Boston Red Sox: 6 runs, 7 hits,
With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. For Cleveland, 3 runs on 10 hits. 1 error, they left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is David Price. His record is now 1-0. Credit the save to Craig Kimbrell, his first. The loss goes to Corey Kluber. He falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes. This afternoon's paid attendance at Progressive Field, 43,345. The Indians thank you for your continued support and remind you, please drive home safely.